And by the way, I expect you to send me the last weeks that we've done too, so I can see what's happening. Anyhow.
Oh, ring, ring.
Hey, Eugene speaking.
Hey, Eugene, are you being chased by a lion right now?
And by a cobra too. What's up, Daniel?
You sound extremely busy for real. I'm sorry. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Nah, I always have time for you, Daniel. What's up? What's on your mind?
Man, you know me. I'm such a greedy little man.
Can't deny that. Hard to argue about that, Daniel.
you know, I love money more than I love life and people.
Hey, that's why you're calling, right? This $500 that I own. You love money. You probably expected.
No, that. Never. Come on. You really think that I live in scarcity?
No, man. You live in abundance. That's why you're calling me. That's why we're having this conversation.
Right, dude. No, man. Fuck shit. I'll never bug you about nickels. $500.
Come on, man. You're feeling.
As 50 Cent said, as 50 Cent says, well, what's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? So, Eugene, man, 50 Cent. Listen, yeah. I feel bad. Dude, I feel bad because, yeah, I've been kind of aggressive about this money with you. My apologies. I'm all about abundance, and it just seems like you're lacking it right now.
Oh man, here we go. We're gonna have this difficult conversation, and I'm gonna make excuses, and you're gonna understand me or not understand me. Then you're gonna press me for the answer when I'm going to return you this money. Is that how it's going to go, Daniel?
Oh, dude, you return my money? Oh man, you know where I fucked up, right? And I take accountability. I learned a $500 lesson, Eugene.
It sounds like you're giving up. It sounds like you kind of.
No, I give up on that $500. I don't care about. I just care about the lesson I learned about that $500 is. Remember,
Daniel, I'm preparing to disappoint you.
Oh no, dude, you done that a while ago. No, man.
Listen, Daniel. The lesson that you've been talking about just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Not gonna learn it.
Teach a man to fish instead of giving him fish.
Again, I'm going to disappoint you. There is a plan to return this money.
You have a plan and an idea.
Well, now you sound surprised.
Whoa, I love it. I'm impressed. Do it. What is it? I'm curious here. What's the plan?
Daniel, I love you, man. I love the vibe that you bring, and you've been helping me. You've been very helpful with this issue I've been having, and you know that at $500, you're probably not aware of it. My grandma died, and I need to buy a coffin. And, you've been very helpful, Daniel. I mean, you probably feel disrespected right now. It feels like I'm letting you down.
No, I mean, heck,
you're expecting this money from you, and you have plans for this, and it's undermining our relationship. That's freaking frustrating.
And the last thing you want to do is borrow money again.
Of course. I mean, why would you ever borrow money to someone that would not return it to you?
Because you got to suck up your pride. You're like, dang it, I already did him dirty once, and I'm probably gonna, fool me once, fool me twice, type of thing. He's gonna be very guarded against giving me another penny, another nickel. Yeah, Gene, it's tough. So I'm curious, if I were to sell you another grand for you to get this coffin ASAP, sounds urgent, would you be opposed to washing the dishes at the restaurant? And I don't mean getting dirty, because you know me, I got my wealth of doing work with my brain and hands, and you're really good with the computer. You're like twice as fast as me on that thing and can probably do a lot more than me. Would you be opposed to coming into the office a couple of days a week on your own accord? Just let the front desk know you're going to put in some hours. Yeah, we'll get this settled. You'll get to learn how business works. You'll put in some work, and your pride won't be hurt, and you won't feel bad about asking for money again because you know you're worth it.
Ah, Daniel, thank you so much. Wow. My heart fills with gratitude right now. You always give me all these opportunities. I mean, it's really, you really are a resourceful guy. I mean, you know, you mentioned my pride is kind of hurt, and actually, I was looking forward to finding a way to give it back to you. I mean, $500 is not a lot of money compared to what we could build together.
It's not. I'm looking at it like a ticket to success. All right. I consider that $500 gone. It's gone. And look, you picked up the phone. All right. It's admirable.
Daniel, I mean, that's fascinating. You said it. It's hard to say. It's hard to hear when you say this $500 gone. Is this a ridiculous idea to consider this $500 an investment in our relationships?
I do love to invest. Here's the thing, though, and this is going to sound like French to you. I don't care much about the friendships. I have 2 cats and a wife. What I care more about is the mentorship. Yeah, $500 an investment. All right, I'm like Warren Buffett. I don't make many moves. And would you think this is a safe bet, Eugene?
Well, you did mention mentorship and office and some computer job that would help you move forward.
If you show your value.
Tell me more about this.
Yeah, start from the bottom, work your way up, show your value. You see my house, you see my cars. And I know look, envy is a motherfucker, you know, and I'm not saying you're envious. And I don't know what it is that's causing you to not go and get the money as an adult. I don't want to judge. I don't. However, there's an opportunity. It's there. You can come in the office any day of the week. You've picked up the phone. I know you're a good person. And yeah, let's continue the relationship. This is not lost. It's not all gone. This is like an investment for me. Okay. So I like what you said. Dan, don't consider this $500 gone. Don't. It's not. I take your word. It's there. I made a great investment. If I see you, I see you. If you don't, maybe you lost more than I lost. Who knows?
That's a great way of putting things. And I love your positive outlook on the situation and what you bring to the table. And I'm super grateful for you actually, first of all, you know, giving me this money. It was a tremendous help. And then actually calling back and finding out how am I doing? And now you're offering me this opportunity for a job in working with you side by side, starting from the bottom and then building myself up. I mean, thank you, Daniel.
Well, don't call me Mother Teresa. And dude, you're not starting from the fucking bottom. Come on, man. With your skills and computers and what you know from what I've seen, you're starting mid-tier, all right? You're starting like you went to college because the amount of work I've seen your portfolio, I've seen what you can do, we'll see what you can do and what you've done. Yeah, it's going to translate well over here. And like you said, you don't want to make anybody feel like they lost out on you on investment. And so that's admirable. And yeah, if you succeed, I succeed.
Well, it sounds to me that you have a vision in mind.
That's what it's all about. I see your vision. You're here for the long run. That's why, that's why you're talking about, hey, let's continue this relationship. If you didn't, obviously you don't care. You just you know, grab a banana and run to the other tree, and grab a banana and run to the other.
No, Daniel, I mean, I'm going to ask an uncomfortable question here. It might feel like I'm prying here. Imagine we're moving forward with your idea, and I'll be working with you side by side. And let's say it's not going to work out. Where would it put us? And what I'm saying is, I mean, you have certain expectations.
Yeah.
With me being an IT guy,
Eugene, it sounds, and you know what, I hear this a lot, and I know where your question is coming from. I had the same question going into a company in the organization, and it was, are you going to set me up to fail? No, I won't set you up to fail. If you fail, and let me tell you, and everyone has admitted, those that fail, they take accountability, that they had the opportunity here and they did it to themselves. And that's not going to hurt me. That's not going to hurt me, Eugene. You know, if you want to hurt, people like hurting themselves. Some folks get pleasure out of it. If that's your intention to come here and see how hard you can fall, by all means, at least swing hard, try hard. And if you get hurt, hey, at least you're debt free. And now at least you know what you can hit good at and what you're not good at.
Beautiful. I mean, you sound really optimistic about this, and I can see you being really hopeful and inspired by what we could achieve together. Now, Daniel, I know we have this $500 between us, and you're hoping to find a way for best resolution for everyone involved. And at the same time, I know there's like 1,000 IT guys here and there, and they're probably begging to get this opportunity to work with you. Why me?
You're like family. You're going to get married to my sister soon. I know right now, you only met me a few times and you find me sort of intimidating. I know you didn't want to borrow the 500. That was kind of me. I kind of pushed it. I felt you really needed it. You might feel like it's bait that you're committed to me. You're not. Listen, like I said, that's a gift. I don't know why she said you want to borrow it. I said, either way, I'm happy to help them get out of this little sticky situation. And if there's more glue there and it's hard, there's an opportunity here. You show up at the office and start logging in some hours, and then we'll touch base once a week. I'm a busy man.
Oh man, it sounds like you would really benefit from us working together.
Yeah, it's always, you know, I everybody that works in the company knows we don't believe in nepotism. So if you succeed here, they're going to look at you with respect, not because they know I'm tougher with family, because my expectations are higher. I know that's going to seem probably like I'm setting you up for failure. It's not. If you don't reach the goals, I just want to know that you applied yourself.
Yeah, Daniel. I mean, I love your outlook on the whole situation. I respect that, and it seems like you're confident about us working together, and then it looks like it might produce fruits. And looking forward to learning more about the process, the job position, and what it takes.
Look, it sounds like it's starting to sound like this is a job interview. It's not. I'm gonna hurt your feelings.
I wouldn't dare to consider this a job interview. I really appreciate
just the background and credit alone. You wouldn't make it through the door. And this is where nepotism kind of comes into play. Am I giving you a hookup that others don't have? Yeah. However, to go anywhere up, that's where you have to prove yourself. Is this something you think you'll get anywhere else? Or is this something that's just easy to pass up?
Well, Daniel, I have a tremendous respect for you and the things you do. I wouldn't dare to think it's going to be any other way. I mean, it sounds like you expect me to prove myself and my credentials, and I respect that. And
no, please. Look, don't do it for me. Okay, don't prove yourself to me. You prove yourself to you. Pick a starting point. All right, start something small, add a little to it. You know, like do the exponential experiment. Okay, just do a little bit on your first day, do a little bit more on the second day, record your progress, record success.
Daniel, it would be honored. It would be absolute honor to be coached by you. You're a successful guy.
This is gonna hurt.
Uh-oh.
You wouldn't be able to afford my coaching. This is what
you're being very generous with your time.
It is. Very generous. It is. I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. If it wasn't for my sister, I probably would not be this caring to call you again a fourth time. And it seems like I'm calling for my money. I'm not. I'm calling for you to wake up, grab life by the horns, get to action. And it's going to seem judgmental. Probably going to feel like I'm accusing you of being like some freeloading bum. That's not what you are. I got to ask again, you think this is an opportunity that comes by every day?
It is definitely a unique opportunity, Daniel. And I'm extremely grateful for the things you do. And
so, Eugene, I'm going to sound like a cheapskate right now. Time is money. I've already been on this phone with you for like 15, 20 minutes. This is not my norm. You're setting me up for failure at this point. If I don't see you in the office this week, that's it. There's no hard feelings or any feelings about it. It'll be a fair loss.
Yeah, it sounds like you got it all figured out. You want me to be in the office on Monday, and if not, then it's a loss.
No. Whenever during the week, no one likes a Monday. No one likes a Monday. If I see you there Monday, I'm gonna go, holy shit, the Terminator's here. Oh man, he is pumped. He is pumped here on a Monday. If I see you here on a Wednesday, I would still be just as excited. But yeah, I don't expect anybody to show up on Monday. God, horrible day. You show up Tuesday. If you show up Monday, I'm throwing you a party. I'm taking you out.
Well, let's throw on a party on Tuesday, and I'm excited to be there.
Tuesday's perfect. Monday's so full. You'll be doing me a favor. I'll see you Tuesday, Eugene. I gotta go. Okay. How'd that feel?
It felt like you were juggling a lot of pieces. I mean, you did give a lot of information and try to frame it, like to paint it in certain ways. Also, I felt like you overused a little bit the word failure. You used it at least 3 times.
Yeah, it's a scary word. What man wants failure in their life? Do you want failure in your life? No. You're fighting it. You're fighting it. You don't want it. So you look at it. It also
felt like a tool that you're using. It also felt like it is being used.
Exactly. And let me tell you, you're unique. Not many people would drag me that far. That's why I said, you're going to think, I'm very cheap with my time. Because if I'm already at 20 minutes, now I know I'm entering a different zone of the fool, right? So I refuse to enter that zone of fullness with you. I already passed my time with you. So we're at 20 minutes and I'm going, if he's not happy right now and excited about this to show up Monday, Tuesday, there's no point in wasting any more energy on this individual. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of individuals coming around my life. And if I'm a fool in every single turnstile, I'm never focused on me. I am going to fail in my goals because I'm over here accommodating, shaking everybody's hand. You know, I'm like that fool that I see in the fucking corner waving at everybody. Hi, hi. Like what? You know, I get it. You're nice. That's good. But I've seen a show where a guy that's waving at everybody ended up getting shot. Don't be a fool. 20 minutes came up. The guy's like giving me a hard time. It doesn't sound like he's excited. He's just like making no more excuses. Yeah, failure. Get used to the word.
Oh, hold on. It did feel like I was making excuses. Like this is what I want to know how.
Yeah, no, you were cooperative, but when we started getting towards the end where I'm starting to detect favorite or fool, that's where you kind of like you started turning back the resistance. I felt it. I'm like, oh, okay. He wants to give more resistance. It's a mock, maybe because it's a mock. I don't know, but me, a real communication scenario, I'm done with it. I'm not going into closing mode. I'm not going to close you right now with I'm not going to give you a summary to get a that's right. I didn't have time to build a summary. I was too busy objection handling to build a summary. And if I catch myself objection handling, I'm losing. So this became more of you're picking my brains and taking, so I'm cutting it at 20 minutes. That's all you're going to take.
Yeah. So the thing is, what I noticed, again, I was cooperative. I was waiting for that next step, basically, like trying to get it out of you, like getting more and more from you. Like I would not commit to this yet.
Right. Yeah.
And
you're shopping around.
What happened?
Because you're shopping around.
In a polite way, in a very polite way. Hopefully that's how it's
I'm not going to be polite.
I was trying to. Yeah.
I feel it. It angers me.
It angers you. So what happened? That's what I think happened. Maybe we can come back to this later and look at it. It felt like you started to negotiate against yourself.
Oh, yeah. With these tools, you can also negotiate with yourself. It helps the black swan appear faster when you get your own shit out of the way.
You see, what I, again, I have to come back to this because the memory is kind of fades as we speak about this and give more feedback about this. I was collaborative with you. I was trying to portray gratitude, a lot of it. Also sort of, in a sense, disarm your negativity that you're trying to say, like failure, guilt. You mentioned guilt. You mentioned something else there that kind of had a potential to suck me into this vibe. And that's what I use gratitude against you, basically. I said, well, thank you, Daniel, opportunity. Thank you. Yes, you're doing all this. Thank you.
And you know, my reaction to that is, hey, don't thank me. I'm not Mother Teresa. Yeah, people do that to me. Thank you so much. You're such a, like when I tell you, you're such a nice guy. Like, yeah, people use it in different forms. Like you did, that was your form. It came off in a form of gratitude. And I shut it down. I said, I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not giving you anything. If anything, you thank my sister or you thank your fiance. No, don't give me the gratitude. I'm grateful that you picked up the phone. I'm grateful that you have the courage to talk to me right now.
This is, Daniel, this was the moment when you started to negotiate against yourself, because the resistance you gave to me about the gratitude, it became your own demeanor, I suppose. It became your own, because not, I wasn't becoming less gracious at all. It didn't do anything, but it also revealed a lot of things about yourself. Like, okay, oh, he became resistant. Oh, he's not a Mother Teresa. I never said that. I never felt that way. I was just being grateful. But then what you gave me back in terms of your response showed me where you're coming from and how you're supposed to be treated.
Exactly, with respect, not likeness. I don't want you to like me. I don't want you to get off the conversation and say, damn, I really like him. I'm gonna go, no, I want you to get up and fuck, man, I respect this guy. Shit. If I don't show up, I'm fucking myself over. I'm disrespecting myself. Because I don't want you, when you get off the phone, I don't want you, this is going to sound, this whole God demon shit, right? It's true. When we get off the phone, I don't want you saying my name in your head. I don't want you thinking about me. I want you thinking about the situation and how you hold yourself accountable to it. Leave me out of your thoughts. All right? I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fed. I'm sheltered. I'm loved spiritually there. I am fine. Good to go. When you get off the phone, are you fine? Are you fine? You know, you got to ask yourself that. You got to look yourself in the mirror at that point. I need you to go to action. And I'm not going to get action out of you by being nice and polite and, yeah, you know, thank you. I am Mother Teresa. I do have a nice heart. Well, fuck you. Either you're going to pay me with labor, or you're going to pay me the money, or you're just going to fuck off and don't mention my name in the conversations. Don't mention my name in your brain. You did this to you. You hold yourself accountable. Don't drag me down with your shittiness. And that's what I see in these groups of like, people are just dragging down with their own shitty resistance and all this. Like, yeah, it's showing. Misery likes company. That's what it comes down to.
That's for sure. Misery likes company. When we get on the phone, I know now it's probably going to feel blurry a little bit because it was 20 minutes ago. When you were calling me, what did you have in mind in terms of how I supposed to be treated and how I supposed to react to your things, and how did you end up thinking about our relationship or about me borrowing you 500?
I felt great.
Interesting.
I felt great. And when we engaged, what I was thinking is, how can I get you to look at yourself in the mirror? Think about it. You're borrowing $500. That must mean this shit's getting scary in your life. It must mean there's probably more problems, and you got more problems than me. I got no problems. And I'm not going to solve your problem. I want you to solve it. Maybe I'll come up with an idea. Like, yeah, I got a bunch of dirty dishes. I have a problem. You know, oh, I have a solution. I can help with that. Sometimes you do got to, like a volleyball, you got to set it up. You know, and
it's interesting you said it when you mentioned like there is something that I cannot catch right now, Daniel, because you said right now that you don't have a problem, I have a problem, right?
Right.
But what actually happened during the call when you started giving all this information out? It's like, I'm calling you 3-4 times. When you're saying that, it conveys that you have problem, not me have problem, in a sense. So maybe that's something to pay attention to. The intention and what comes out and the kind of information that you reveal. Maybe you reveal too much to your liking.
A lot of times I reveal just enough. You got to give some to get a lot. I call this strategic bean spilling. And you do that so you can encourage reciprocation. I want reciprocation. I want to listen. In this case, though, there wasn't really much to listen to. It was more of a, listen and try to avoid getting more fingers cut. In this case, you want to borrow more money.
But again, Daniel, how much information did I reveal you? What did you learn about me in this scenario?
Yeah, learn that you owe me money.
If you can recall right now.
You have talents in computer. You were willing to start at the bottom. And I'm like, no, you're better than that. So I know you're better than starting at the bottom. I know you're a good person. I know you have ego. So you're a regular person. I know you have pride. You were being cooperative. So I know you got, I'm like, all right, he's got some brains in there. There's no reason for his wallet to be empty. So it just sounds like maybe it's a lack of commitment to something that generates income. So I'm going to present something.
Wow, very cool, Daniel. So what you said something right now is really important. If we come back to this recording, I think I'm going to be right in this respect. I actually never said that I'm talented. I never said that I'm willing to start from the bottom of the ladder. That was me labeling your words. And that's when you expanded on your own words and got caught up in those things. The only thing that I think I gave you was that I had this $500 for my grandma's coffin. I think that's the only thing that I said. The rest was actually building off whatever you were
Oh no,
feeling.
the scenario we talked about it, that you had borrowed $500 from me and haven't paid it back. And then so I was going to be on the phone with you like a third time to just talk. And of course, the money always comes up, right? Like, oh yeah, the money I owe you. And so this is our third talk now. And yeah, you're going to be kind of like family. Like, you think people just give $500 borrow to anybody, or just, yeah, no, rarely, right? Rarely. So it's usually kind of familial, right? Like family, sort of. So that's a scenario. And this is, I would treat a family just like how I treated you, unless you're the Pope, unless you're the Queen or the President. Equal treatment. That's exactly how the combo would have went. Yeah, I would like for you to feel uncomfortable, because that's how you're going to grow. You know,
Yeah, from my side, it felt like you giving a lot of value, providing all these opportunities. Not only you invested $500 in this relationship, that's how I posed it. And then you gave even more. You're ready to give more, so you invested in my growth. And I was trying to get out the vision out of you. How do you see this relationship? How do you see this opportunity play out if we were get on it together, right? And
I didn't want to give you a vision at that point.
Well, you did. You already did. You did a lot. You gave a lot. Yeah. Well, Daniel, it was a good one. It will be good to come back to this and again and look at it with the fresh set of eyes. And also the one that we've done the last time, if you wouldn't mind, please send it to me too.
And fair enough, you were not going to use tools, and you did, as the non-negotiator. That's what made it drag even longer.
Honestly, I don't even know what it means not to use the tools, like
labels.
I would have to.
Mirrors, dynamic silence. You did like 2 accusation audits, 3 of them. I'm like, he's using more fucking tools than me, and he's supposed to be the non-negotiator. But this is the point, right? You were in this place where you didn't have nowhere to go, so you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna grab these labels and tools, because when in doubt, label it out. You started like, kind of like a safety raft. You started using these tools as a safety raft.
I meant to use it.
But I'm telling you, in a normal conversation with a never split the difference, that won't bring up vision, that won't do labels, that won't do accusation audits, I'm doing all those heavy liftings. I'm negotiating for both. So it actually made it kind of easier that you were using the tools. It was like, okay, maybe it'll probably get wrapped up faster. And it sort of did in the same time. And now the ball is really in your court at this point, right? I cut it off at like, look, you show up or you don't show up. The ball's in your court. You have an action to take. Whether you do or you don't, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my bankroll, which is all I give a fuck about. It ain't. This is all you. And so, yeah, it's passing the ball to their court and having them take action. And that's why, yeah, I did give a lot of info, because it seemed like you needed a lot of justifications and reasons to pull the trigger. It seemed like you were there, you were hesitant. And that's why when someone's like that, it's like, whoa, I think I'm going to be a fool in this situation. I better go use my time for something else and tell this guy, you show up or you don't show up. It's really on you. Don't think about me. Like,
yeah, it's interesting. Well, thank you again, Daniel, for doing it. It's